You've got that much space right there, and Njigba gets on the toes of the DB. It just says, see you later, I'm faster than you, and
what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. The Houston Texans, they are taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Monday Night Football, the second game of the doubleheader. Make sure you take you a nap for all you OGs and old heads out there, man. It's going to be a late one. Even my young bucks, man. Sometimes, a little late game, it's a little tough. We're not used to playing at 9:30. So the Houston Texans, that's when they're going to be playing. So make sure you're up and you are watching, because the Texans, they need this victory. There is a lot of naysayers right now. And to not be mistaken, the naysayers got a point. The Houston Texans have beaten the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens, two teams that are arguably the worst teams in football right now, considering the Ravens are super injured and the Titans, well, they just fired their coach. So the Houston Texans, as much as I'm excited for this game for them on Monday night, there is a lot riding here. The Texans need this victory, and they could be moving on to 3-3, but it is not going to be easy. And I am here to tell you right now that the most interesting matchup for the Texans Seahawks game, you see the thumbnail, you see the title, Derek Stingley versus Jaxson Smith-Njigba. This is get your popcorn ready, get your running shoes ready, Mr. Stingley, because Jaxson Smith-Njigba is having one of the most craziest seasons in NFL history. So far, he is on pace for 17 games. This man is on pace to have the most receiving yards in NFL history. It's close to 2,000. Okay, on pace for almost 2,000 receiving yards. Derek Stingley, who has been following the number one wide receiver in every single game, is going to have to do his best work against the Seattle Seahawks. Remember, this game is on the road, so you are going to have the road conditions, the 12th man of Seattle. There is a different feel to it. As many players, former players, have talked about playing on the road at Seattle, they all say the same thing. No matter if they're winning, losing, however the team is, that environment is a tough one to play in. So Derek Stingley, all-pro Sting, the guy that, to me, arguably 1-2, the best corner in the game. Pat Surtain has himself a case there as well, too. So Derek Stingley going up against JSN. We're looking at Njigba and his stats in the last few games, man. Just previous against the Jaguars, 8 catches, 162 yards, and a touchdown. The game before it, 8, 132, 1 tutty. The rest of the stats are insane. 4 catches, 90 yards, 5 catches, 96 for a tutty. 8, 103, 9, 124. Jaxson Smith-Njigba is the real deal. Ohio State wide receivers, man, give them their credit. Snaps for them. They are doing their thing. But Derek Stingley, we're going to hype him up as well, too. Okay, we're looking at one of the best corners in the NFL. We're looking at all-pro Sting. And sure, last week, Zay Flowers, 5 catches, 72 yards, but take off, I put an asterisk on it, because you take off that 56-yard reception where Derek Stingley slipped and fell and Zay Flowers got the ball to him. Look, it is what it is there. But ultimately, still, 5 catches, 72 yards. It ain't the worst day in the world, but it ain't Derek Stingley's best day. Going through his stats, previous game against the Titans, 2 catches, 30 yards, Calvin Ridley. 2 catches, 55 yards, Brian Thomas Jr., 5 catches for 56 yards against Mike Evans, and 4 catches, 51 yards against Devontae Adams. I understand Puka Nacua had himself a day against us, but that was not entirely against Derek Stingley. And since the first 2 weeks, Derek Stingley really hasn't done wrong. 2 catches for Ridley and Brian Thomas Jr. Take away that catch from Zay Flowers and 56 yards, and you're looking at a guy that only had, 4 catches for maybe 30 yards. So Derek Stingley has really been clamping opposing wide receivers. It is going to be his toughest game of the year right now against Jaxson Smith-Njigba, the guy that we just hyped up, first in receiving yards in the NFL right now. Fantasy owners are excited about Jaxson Smith-Njigba, but let me tell you right now, everybody says the Seahawks defense, one of the best defenses in football. The Houston Texans defense has only given up 12, 13 points a game. and Sam Darnold, who had a field day against us with the Minnesota Vikings. That defense is nothing like how our defense is right now. This defense is humming, okay? Everyone understands their assignments. Everybody understands what the task is at hand. We are on the road, 2-3. You need a win. Derek Stingley Jr. versus JSN. Get the popcorn ready. Be excited. Derek Stingley shuts down Jaxon Smith-Njigba. I'm looking no more than 4 catches for 37 yards. Derek Stingley, you just got engaged. Maybe a little pep in his step. It's going to be a big task, right? This isn't going to be easy, but we are going to see some cinema right now. We saw a good battle between him and Mike Evans where Mike had 5 catches for 56 yards, and it was a hell of a battle, back and forth. I think we see something similar between Derek Stingley and Jaxon Smith-Njigba, but ultimately, I'm going to ride with my Houston Texans because why not? I don't give a damn about no Seattle Seahawks fans, and Derek Stingley does his thing against JSN and company. I cannot wait for Monday Night Football. You cannot wait either, despite it being 9:30 at night. Y'all let me know. How are you feeling about this matchup? Do you think Derek Stingley is going to shut down Jaxon Smith-Njigba? Drop his stats down below in the comment section. You know I'll reply. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.